Hello everybody, welcome back for part 3. Alright, 2.5, question 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, only one question to go. Alright, right, so level 1 is basically there for you. Essentially level 1, if you're able to do, you're almost there. Almost there. Alright, so let's see. Okay, just let me get into the Zoom. Okay, I can't. So I'll be doing question by question. Right, because if you can check the answers at the back of the textbook. So if you find that your maybe for example your A B C D is correct, right, you can just fast forward the video to the point where I'm doing part 1E. Alright, remember the answers is at the back of the textbook. Alright, you do not watch this video to find out the answer. Alright, you watch this video to find out why you can't get to the answer. Alright, answers is at the back of the textbook, I will say again. Alright, so 1A, y equals to 2mx plus b. Right, making x the subject. Three terms here. See, first step fraction, there's no fraction. Second step brackets, no brackets. Then third step, basically terms with x on the left, terms with x on the right. Okay, so like what I said before, you can basically not necessary to be on the left. You can just say terms with x on one side, terms with x on the other side. Right, after that you just do an additional step to switch over. Now key thing here is keep the step simple, one step at a time, so that it does not complicate things. Right, then from here the last step is basically the answer. Right, the right hand side over the coefficient of x to m, and there you have it, answer for 1A. Right, easy peasy. Right, 1B, P equals to mgh. Oh, this is even easier than 1A. Alright, want to make h the subject, same thing, just switch the side over. mgh equals to P. Right, then I'll just have h equals to the right hand side divided by coefficient of h, mg. Right, now C, r equals to pv over t. So this one, right, before even I look at say, hey, I have to make p the subject, right, remove fraction, so multiply by t to all, so rt equals to pv. Right, rt equals to pv. Alright, just let me check the focus for a while. Right, okay, so rt equals to pv. So what I do is basically I want to make P the subject, same thing, switch side, PV equals to RT, and P will be equals to RT over V. Right? Okay, 1D, I'm just going to do it here. 1D. So P equals to 2x plus y. You see now I have the bracket, right? So I will do the expansion first. Okay, of course there is more than one way to do changing of the subject, right? So if you are better in algebra, you understood what the things that you can do in algebra. There are other ways to do it, no problem. Alright, but just remember a reminder, do WhatsApp me your picture, send me your working to verify that it is the correct working first. Alright, if not, just follow mine. So three terms here, terms with y on one side, terms without y on the other side. So p minus 2x, both are without y, terms with y on one side. Then I switch side. Then next, just divide by 2, p minus 2x over 2. Okay, you can write it this way, you can also write it this way. Both are correct. Right, both answers are correct. It is not necessary to change the form. Alright. Okay, next, E. Same thing. I have the bracket. I have the fraction. I can remove the fraction first by multiplying 9 to the whole equation. Multiply 9 to remove the fraction, right? And then the second step is to remove the brackets. Alright, expand. Actually, not remove bracket. Okay, expand. So this is a 160. Is it correct? Yeah. Alright. and then after which wants me to make f the subject. So see the same steps again, terms without f on one side, terms with f on the other side. So switch over, 5f equals to 9c plus 160. Then now lastly, f is equals to 9c plus 160 over 5. And that's the answer. Okay, I hope as you are doing this, you are also getting the hang of it. Alright, the steps, they are all similar. They are all very similar. Okay, next, f. E equals to k3n plus 4n. Right, I'm going to make n the subject. Same thing, there's a bracket. So what do? Expand. Expand first, 3mk plus 4nk. Right, I want to make n the subject. Then which term do I shift over? Right, you should be checking your workings now. So e minus 3mk equals to 4nk. So terms without n on one side, terms with n on the other side. Basically separation. Okay, switch over. Right, then now basically n is equals to e minus 3mk over 4k. Just like that. Okay, g, s equals to a over 1 minus r. There's a fraction, so remove the fraction by multiplying the denominator to the whole equation, to all the terms in the equation. Okay, multiply the denominator. Alright, some of you call this cross multiply, is fine. Alright, after that, okay, after removing fraction, there's a bracket, expand. Then do a question. It wants me to make r the subject. So terms with r on one side, terms without r on the other side. So r equals to a minus s over negative s. Okay, you can leave your answer this way, or you prefer it to be this way. You don't want your denominator to be negative, also can, but it is not necessary. Okay, but if you change wrongly and there's an error, marks will be deducted. Right? Right, so G, okay, 3 more questions to go. So I'm just going to continue it here. Right, 3 more questions. Just move forward line. So I'll check on my focus. Right, focus is good. Okay. Right, which question? G, H. So now H, x over a plus y over b equals to 1. Right, so now there are two fractions. Basically, I'm repeating the step 2 times. First, I multiply by a to every term. So x equals to x plus ay over b equals to a. Okay, multiply a to every term. Take note, including the terms on the other side of the equation. So every term times a, x over a times a, y over b times a, and 1 times a. Okay, next I'm repeating the steps again for b. Right, it's the same step, but I'm repeating it now for b because I want to remove this fraction. So I multiply to b times b times b. So all these 3 terms times b. So this one will be bx plus ay equals to ab. See, so this is the process to remove fraction. Okay, so if there are 3 fractions, you will have 3 steps. If there are 4 fractions, you have 4 steps. Alright? Then from here we can then look at it. Okay, we want to make y the subject, so same thing. Terms with y on one side, terms without y on the other side. So this is bx. Right, and then lastly, y is equals to ab minus bx over a. That's it. Easy, right? Okay. Then now I. Is it still in the frame? Yes, it is. So I, t equals to a plus n minus 1d. Okay, there's a bracket. Expand it first. T equals to a plus nd minus d. Then I see I want to make n the subject. Right, so terms with n on one side, terms without n on the other side. So bring it to the other side. Okay, switch side, nd equals to t minus a plus d. Take note, this is a capital letter T. The caps you must follow. Okay, you cannot change from a small caps to a big cap or a big cap to a small cap. Cannot lah, must be the same. So n is equals to T minus A plus D over D. Done. Alright, question I is actually a lot easier. Okay, then now last one, J. Okay, J, T equals to T plus 2 over 3T. There's a fraction, remove fraction by multiplying the denominator. So 3pt equals to T plus 2. Right, then see, I want to make T the subject, terms with T on one side, terms without T on the other side. So if the terms with T, there are two terms, what's the next step? Actually, it's a step 4. So far, we have not done step 4 before. Okay, it starts with F. It's called factorization. So, factorize out the T. Okay, this step is the hardest to remember. So, you need to put in effort to remember. Okay, so whenever you start, always think of the word factorization. Because this is the only part whereby you will get stuck. So, T equals to 2 over 3p minus 1. Okay, so once you are able to remember this factorization step, no issue. Alright, so work on it. Next up, I will be requesting you to do on question 2. Alright, the level 2 questions. Okay, whereby it involves the more of the factorization part, as well as square root, as well as square. Right, so see you. Yeah, that will be a part 4. Right, see you around.